Yeah, man. Baby on some real shit, man.
Yup.
I'ma let y'all niggas know right now, man.
For real.
Coming up as a Haitian, as a Zo. And nigga went through it, man.
For real.
I believe I'ma make it rapping, man. Fuck that shit.
Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your boy Dipset TV back with another one. On my last story, I believe I was doing the mental illness stuff and things like that. You understand what I'm saying? So let me just break it down to you guys. This is how everything starts. You understand? The way everything started is, God created Adam and Eve. You understand? After He created the world and everything beautiful that was in it, and He gave us the rule and the power to run all these different creatures or whatever was on earth, you understand? And then men started getting smart, because God gave us a mentality to learn a lot of things and to be super smart than any other living thing on this earth, So basically, everything was free. And I remember like way back, they used to talk about the trades and stuff like that. You give me bananas, I'll give you motorcycle. You give me a car, I give you a club or a house, you understand? So it used to be trade back in the days. And I'm still remembering, like, even in Haiti back then, money didn't have no value and stuff like that, So basically, who invented all that? Who started all this thing and made humanity become hard? Or let's say, for example, the ones that was smarter than some other, because some of them used to ride the short bus and stuff like that. So the ones that's smarter, who helped them create that? Like, this is my land. This belongs to me. Who made land papers or house papers? You understand? Because all these things, God gave it to us for free. We were supposed to live anywhere we want and dominate the whole world. But somebody created currency, and then this is where the end is. The world is going to collapse. So check this video out right quick.
I knew there'd be a bunch of drama. I knew a bunch of comments, and all the crypto protectors would come for me in comments, and I don't care. Again, I like math because it doesn't have an opinion. Here are the facts. I'm not against crypto. My wife owns crypto. She owns Bitcoin specifically, but she's got me, which is the point. So I asked artificial intelligence, by the way, what's John Bryan's view of cryptocurrency? John O'Brien doesn't oppose innovation or blockchain technology itself, but he believes cryptocurrency is too risky, too volatile, and too speculative for most people, especially those just beginning their financial journey. He urges a focus on financial fundamentals, savings, credit, ownership, and long-term investment. Bryan's belief: wealth is not created through speculation. It's created through ownership, credit, business, and real estate. Financial literacy comes first. Crypto should be last, if at all. That's not untrue. But here's why it says I believe this, and this is completely legitimate. It's based on a global search of my views and an assessment of that through artificial intelligence. Crypto is not a productive asset. Hello?
And I'm only talking about crypto in a way because in the future, that is the way of the future. And in the future, they're not gonna, take stuff from banks, even though the bank found out the hack of the crypto and, they learned a way to detect where it's coming from or who it's been transferred to. Matter of fact, right now, even my BTC blockchain stuff, they ask for your identification. Like, crypto wasn't with that stuff. All they do is they change the addresses every 10 15 minutes, so that way it doesn't get located, because it's the bank that's trying to make money or that's trying to capitalize off every hardworking person, and we wasn't supposed to be working hard to take care of our future, you feel me? But check this out anyway. Check out this video.
How do I invest in crypto?
You just open a crypto account with one of the big crypto providers: Coinbase, Kraken, Crypto.com, Gemini.
What about this though? My digital bank is offering me to buy crypto on there. Should I do that?
Yes, you can. And you can do it via PayPal. Start somewhere. I'm not going to say no, but you will go down the journey that everybody goes down, which is the easiest on-ramp is the best. Revolut, whatever. I don't care. Just do it. Get a feel for what it's like to own an asset that goes up and down a lot, particularly down. When it goes down, it makes you feel terrible. And you've got to learn about how to deal with it. And then because it goes up over time, if you don't do anything and you've chosen a good quality asset that's provable as an asset in itself, it'll probably go up over time. In fact, highly likely to go up a lot. And then you'll start thinking, do you remember Raoul saying that the bank owns the stuff and I don't own it? And then you might say, oh, but the magic here is, unlike the bank where I can't take more than 10 grand out, I can put it all on my little ledger device.
What's a ledger device?
A ledger device is, because this is just an address on a blockchain, and think of it as like your mailbox. You can send stuff to it, but you can't actually take it out. Like your email. Somebody can't read all your emails, but they can send you emails. Well, that part that's private, that secure pass key, essentially, well, you keep that to yourself and it's stored on a device. And there's a complicated way of doing it. And you'll have to go through that, which is you have to have this seed phrase that does it. This technology will change quite soon. You know, fingerprints, face prints, and a bunch of other stuff. But basically, a little USB stick will secure that you can go and put in the safe or go and take it to your nan's house or whatever it is, can secure your money, that it's only yours and nobody can take it out.
I have mine on a ledger. So I have my Ethereum on it's kind of like a small USB stick. And then that USB stick is protected by like 24 words or whatever it is.
That's right.
And those words are on pieces of paper in different countries at the moment.
That's right.
And it means that no matter what happens, no matter where I am in the world, no matter who comes for me, I can always retrieve the X thousand Ethereum that I have on this ledger device.
Yeah.
Unlike a bank where my account could get frozen by the government, or they could empty my bank, they could freeze my bank. I will always have that value.
Yeah, you know, so basically I just let everybody know crypto is the way of the future regardless. You know, it's not like my channel is getting raided or, you understand, I'm getting commissioned for talking about crypto and stuff like that. But I already see it's the way of the future, because even way back, the George Jetsons, remember the little George Jetson, they was in spaceship, they had people FaceTiming and all that. They knew what was going to happen in the future. It's not that they predicted it. They already know it's been there. They just didn't want a lot of people to see exactly what's going on. But meanwhile, money is the root to all evil. Check this out.
Money, which is man's creation. I hope you know that money was not created by God. Hey, poverty is a state of marginalization by those who have advantage over those who don't have advantage. One of the main reasons for government is for the equal distribution of resources so that nobody is marginalized.
So it's exactly, you know, it's a man-made, a man-built, you know, just like the coronavirus. You know, they wanted to see how many people they could control in less than 1 year or you understand? And it was like, okay, everybody got a curfew, you got to go in. They trying to just scare everybody, you know, just like the mass deportation stuff, you know, the Mexicans, El Salvador and all that stuff. You understand? They doing that to see how many immigrants they could control, because remember, maybe 98% of America is immigrants, you understand? And most of these people, they need to travel. You know, I still know people traveling, going to Haiti, coming back and everything, going to Mexico and coming back. They not scared of that shit. Like, you know, it's just like the coronavirus when they tell everybody stay inside. Haiti wasn't with that shit, man. We had to go out and do what we had to do, you know, take care of our business. Like, okay, if it happens, it happens. But, you know, so these are man-controlled stuff, you know. Man made this money in order for them to control the world, you know. And these men is some people that had a highly intelligent power with them, you know, because a lot of scriptures was written about great men, you know, and the reason why God didn't leave these type of powers for us to have, or our grandfathers or our great grandfathers, is because they already know, like, damn, if I lead us to this grandson right here, he's gonna be a bad dude, and they won't be able to control him on earth, you know. So that's why most of these ancient spirits, or let's say, for example, our forefathers, our great-great-grandfathers, I don't know, you know, so basically they didn't leave these type of powers with us because they already know we was going to try to use it to dominate something that God didn't want us to do, you know. Yeah, so you guys check out this next video right quick and see what's going on.
What if I told you money, religion, bills, taxes was invented by people who needed control, and you were born into it? Money? That's not wealth, it's paper, backed by belief. Not gold, not value, just belief. Religion? That didn't come from the sky. That was built by empires, by kings, to guide people's minds, control their behavior, keep them in line. Then they added taxes, bills, rent, work, And you were born into it. No one asked you. You didn't get a choice. And the wildest part? They trained you to believe this is the only way. Like, go to school, raise your hand, follow instructions. Get a job, work 40 hours a week, give half to taxes, retire maybe, if your body doesn't give up first. And you're supposed to call that life? That's not life. That's a script. No, not even a script. That's a loop, a trap. And here's the thing. If you don't question it, if you just keep going, you'll stay in it forever. But the second, like the actual second you realize none of this was built for you, you start moving different. You stop chasing freedom and you start building it. So yeah, ask yourself, who really benefits when you never ask questions?
This is just a theory, not a fact.
And like I always do on all my videos, you know, I always do a little comedy skit or whatever, you know. But just to let you guys know, right now, a lot of you guys probably, oh, Bitcoin is going to crash or whatever. Bitcoin is going to be the future. All you have to do is check out the crypto stuff, you know, take a little time, maybe 1 or 2 hours and study it a little bit, you know. So there's a lot of good crypto websites, you understand? There's a lot of trading sites, because in the future, remember, AI is going to be doing something for us. I'm not saying the smartest people in the world, but the people that they left with a few powers, like, you know, these guys, they already know, okay, this is what we got to do. They call them the elites, right? And the elites, one of them probably is called Rothschilds, whatever their family is, you understand, the Rockefeller family. These type of people, they have like certain things that, you know, way back our great grandparents left for us, you know. And basically they already know, okay, now that we got men enslaved and stuff like that, but who gave them the power to own all this land? Who gave you all this stuff? I remember when I was born, God made me be born with everything on there, you know. Now they selling water. They even selling air. You could go buy a breath of air at a Walmart for like maybe $50 or, you know, it depends, you understand. They sell air. So remember what Elon talking about, going to space and stuff like that. There's no outer space, man. He's just building things to try to program us more. Right now, he's not putting the AI in us. He's putting us in the AI. He take your skull and stick you on a robot and stuff like that. That means all this is a program that's going to be programmed to these robots, you know. So it's a lot of things going on in the world. You guys got to be careful. Meanwhile, check this funny video out. So remember, like I told you guys, with this currency thing that's going on and lands, this is my land, this was my great grandfather land. No, man, they was just smarter and they know how to take it away from us. And they was like, okay, yeah, I give you a banana, you give me this. And Monkey said, yeah, I give it to you, it's yours, you know. And that's how they took over, you know. They manipulated and took over most of our lands. Right now, imagine they got 200,000 acres. They trying to launch spaceship. You're never gonna go out of space, Elon, you know. And the other thing that bothers me, why the video of the first moon landing and NASA had, you understand? Why did that go missing all of a sudden? You know, where was the first landing on the moon? And what happened to that astronaut, you know? So it's things like that you guys got to put together. Anyway, guys, I ain't gonna keep you guys too long. Check out the next video after that. Dipset TV. Peace.
Principles by which they have carried out their responsibility is something that we are very, very thankful for. At least the laws that were established in our small country, stopping the people from selling their land. We can lease our land, but we are not allowed by legislation to sell it. If we were allowed to do that, I don't think our people would own an inch of land today.